What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon back, and today I want to do a video on the value, the very current value right now of PSA 10 base set unlimited holographic cards. We're going to go from number 16 to number 1 today. Even though it's a top 10 style video, we're going to do the 16th through the very most expensive one. Let's get into it right now. So this all ended in the past 2 or 3 days. This is the current price these cards are selling for. So up very first at number 16 we have the Neato King. Neato King ended at $201.45. Now this card has a population of 279 examples, and this is as of right now the least valuable PSA 10 unlimited holographic. Now none of these cards I'm going through are first edition. We're not considering shadowless. We're not considering fourth print cards. This is just all the cards we grew up with. Base set unlimited. What are they worth now as a Gem Mint 10? Well, Neato King just sold for $201, and that makes it our least valuable holo of all 16. So, number 15, right behind it we have Poliwrath, and this ended at $212. Now, it's interesting to note that Poliwrath is not much more expensive than the Neato King, and the population is even more. It has a population of 404 cards. That's quite a bit. And I think it's partly due because this holo pattern is a little bit easier to grade, clearly, with all these PSA 10 examples. But yeah, $212 for a PSA 10 Poliwrath. And that was our 15th most expensive holo in this set. On to number 14, we have our first theme deck card in Ninetales. PSA 10 went for $242.50. This has a population of 328. Like I said, I think that's partly due to the fact that it's a theme deck card, so you were guaranteed to get this in any Brushfire theme deck that you purchased. But yeah, that is our 14th most expensive card in this set. And number 13, we have the Zapdos, ending this week at $280. This ties for another card in this set that we'll get to for the highest population of $423. This is like I said, this is ties for the second highest population card, and I think it's because the holofoil is very dark and it's very hard to see scratches and all that in it. But yeah, even being the highest pop card, you can still get $280 out of this card. Probably because it's a legendary bird. Everybody loves some Zapdos. Alright, number 12 here, we have our second theme deck card in Gyarados holographic, which is a PSA 10 population similar to that of Ninetales of 367. And this card went for $300. What a beautiful card. It's no wonder this card went for that much. I love it. It's beautiful. Alright, number 11 here, we have our third theme deck card in holographic Hitmonchan from the Blackout theme deck. This has a population, surprisingly, a population of only 168. And this card went for $375. So clearly this is a much more difficult card to grade for being such a common card to have, getting to have a theme deck. But yeah, $375 for a Hitmonchan, not too shabby. All right, number 10, we have a Alakazam, one of my favorite base set holographics. And this has a PSA 10 pop of $325. And this went for $385. Yep, that is just a beautiful, awesome card, and that's our number 10 most valuable card in the set right now, this week. Okay, number 9, we have Magneton with a PSA 10 pop of 147. So another very low population card here, which explains the price tag because it is $392 right now. Yeah, I remember buying this I think I spent $120 on it, and I was like, this is outrageous. This is a Magneton. Why am I spending this much? Well, I'm glad I spent that because now it's close to $400 for this PSA 10 card. So, all right, number 8, we have a Mewtwo, our fourth and, well, not our final theme deck card, but our fourth theme deck card from the Psych Out theme deck with a population of 386. So it is a high pop card, but it still went for 400 big ones here. Mewtwo, a fan favorite, $400 for your PSA 10 copy nowadays. All right. Up next, we have Clefairy. This is a very low population card. I think it might be the second lowest population card in this set at a PSA 10 pop of 134. And to get a copy of this right now, you will need to spend $415. Not the most sought after holographic, but very low pop, and it's getting quite expensive. All right, on to our next one. We have, a Raichu. Everybody's favorite Pokemon mascot's evolution, Raichu, with a PSA 10 pop of 208, recently sold for $610. This is a record price for this card because a week before this, the prices were landing at about between $400 and $420. And just yesterday, this card ended at $610. So, if you want to get a Raichu, you better snag it now because it's heading up there. All right, our number 5 most expensive card is not what you'd think it'd be. You think this card would be a little bit higher up, but it is not, and it is a PSA 10 Venusaur holo with a population of 421. And this has a price tag of $715 right now. Now, I think this card would be a lot more valuable if there wasn't so many PSA 10 examples. But it's still one of the big 3, thus you got the big price tag there. But I think the reason there's so many in the PSA 10 pop is because Venusaur himself takes up almost the entire holographic. So there's not a whole lot of holographic to get scratched up. So I think that's why it makes it easier to get this card in a PSA 10. But yep, number 5, Venusaur at $715. Number 4 most expensive PSA 10 base set holo here is a Chansey, which has a PSA population of 130, which this is the lowest population holo in this set. And it goes for $725 for a Chansey. New record price. You're gonna hear me say that a lot in the next few weeks. New record price for this Chansey. It even comes with an older label, but that didn't stop them. $725, number 4 spot on the list. Here we have number 3, and this is a little bit of a confusing card here because this is a PSA 10 Machamp that you got from a starter theme deck, and it has a PSA 10 pop of 335, which you think there'd be a whole lot more because this is probably the most common holo. I think everybody had a first edition Machamp, but this went for $900 this week. Now you got your 2 different variants here as far as I'm concerned. You got your first edition with the shadow side there, that's less valuable, and then you got your shadowless first edition Machamp. Now PSA doesn't differentiate in their pop report between the shadowed first edition Machamp and the shadowless first edition Machamp. It's unclear exactly how many of each is in the population, but for this very common one with an older label, $900. And the population is not even that low. It must be the first edition stamp. Yeah. So number 2 on the list, and everybody kind of guessed it, but yes, it is a PSA 10 Blastoise, and this has a population of 299, so it's knocking on 300's door here, and this card just sold for $1,075. Yep, Blastoise coming in second place here, and let's look at our number 1 most valuable holographic in this set. It comes as no surprise, but let's see what the most recent auction ended at here. Yes, of course, it is a base set Charizard, PSA 10, and it ties for that Zapdos in population as a PSA 10 population of 423. And it sold for $2,500. So it is more expensive. It is $1,500 more expensive than the Blastoise that just sold. Everybody wants them a Charizard. Everybody wants a Gem Mint Charizard, and if you want one nowadays, you're going to be paying between at least $2,500 to $3,000 for this card. Yes, all these cards sold in the past week, actually in the past 2 days. These are the new record prices, and you know what? I still think these are all within grasp. When you look at first edition base set, all those cards, all those holographic cards in Gem Mint condition are, for the most part, for most people like myself, are out of reach. You know, you're talking 60,000 plus for a PSA 10 first edition Charizard from that set. And that's not counting Blastoise, Venusaur. So I believe this set is still within grasp. You gotta get it now, because these prices are, like every other vintage holographic card here, is skyrocketing. You need to pick these up now while you still can. All right, I'm gonna put on the screen right now, if we add up each of these PSA 10 holographics, how much would it cost to get a PSA 10 complete base set unlimited holographic set? And it's very exciting to see this hobby taking off the way it has. So that's all I got for you. That's how much all these base set hauls are going for nowadays in PSA 10 condition. Please like the video and please subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think of this video, and we will see you next time. Oh, by the way, next time I think I might have my very first PSA return, and I got a couple very, very high-end cards coming back, so you don't want to miss that. Let's hope I get good grades on them. So I will share that with you all. Until next time.